Should be good to go. Alright. Talk to Sim, give him the data we downloaded. You're talking about your time sense, right? He asks. Forgive me if I repeat myself, as it were. You tell him you don't always remember specific things people will say. It's more of a vague feeling that you know more about a person than you should. Sim looks at you curiously, clearly wondering how much you already know about him. Then he cocks his head as if listening and holds up a hand. I'm sorry, he says, looking for all the world like he's listening to the dang flower, but I must away. And then he's gone. Right there. Here's the data. Alright. And I mean, while I'm here, might as well as reduce my stress. Cool. And then let's, wait. Yeah, let's GTFO. I meant to click home. Oh, we're so close. 7 more bravery, baby. I think I maxed out with Tang. Yep. Let's finish maxing out our persuasion. Okay. Damn, 35. Ooh, you could have gotten a 57? Sheesh. Alright, I know there's an enemy somewhere out here. Give her a stick. Thanks. Thanks. Yeah, you're gonna take the stick and then you're gonna be happy with it. All right, and then this hopefully finishes off our persuasion. Card becomes 4. +3 to the right. Interesting. Make this 8. 8. Hey, how did that... Oh, gems are getting +2. Sure, we'll take the W. Damn, I could have gotten a 54. Sheesh. That's fine. We maxed out persuasion. You're just putting your boots on to grab dinner in the lounge when you hear the colony sirens begin to wail. It's the yearly attack. Couldn't they have waited until you ate dinner? Rude. Outside the window, you watch the colony defense begin to mobilize. Your hollow palm chimes with the usual reminders for all civilian colonists to stay indoors. Governor Lum is so confident in the colony's defense these days that there aren't even designated emergency shelters. so your room is the safest to be. You post up in bed and scroll through Congruence's media library, intending to wait out the attack here. You wait a long time. The sounds of fighting don't cease for hours, long past dinner time and well into the evening, and even past the usual changing of the guard. From your window, you can see the plas rifle fire from atop the walls and the steady phew phew of the laser turrets, bright flashes fighting back the gloom of glow. You want to stay up, but eventually it all gets so late that you force yourself to sleep. After a fretful rest, you wake up to the realization that the colony is still under attack. The perpetual twilight of glow, it's hard to tell the time, but your growling stomach knows it's well past breakfast, and you missed dinner last night. When you're deciding what to do, your holopalm chimes with a priority video announcement. Governor Lum appears on your holopalm, looking surprisingly well-groomed. "Good morning, VTuber," he says with a calm smile. "As you may know, the colony is still engaged in battle against the alien threat. The walls are holding strong and our soldiers keep mowing those Xenos down. There's no sign of stopping yet. All non-combat personnel are to continue to shelter in place while our brave soldiers defend the colony. Non-essential work will be suspended. Meals and other supplies will be brought door to door." He clenches his fist. "Stay strong, VTuber. We'll weather this siege together." As he signs off, the colony's social media lights up with conversation. Mars and Nomi are excited to skip work and watch holovids. Tangent is frustrated she can't go to the lab and concerned for her experiments. Al's worried about the fields. Only Vase and an enemy are silent, probably because they're still out there fighting. In the permanent dusk of glow, the day seems to drag on forever. Again, you have to force yourself to sleep at the sound of gunfire drifting through your windows. When you wake up next morning, you realize you can't stomach another day of being cooped up in your room. Your anxiety has congealed into boredom. An enemy and Vase are either fighting or sleeping, and you haven't heard from Dice in days. Bet your other friends would appreciate a visit, though. We need to get friends with Rex and Nomi still. Rex and Nomi are holed up in Rex's room, looking perfectly comfortable being cooped up in small quarters together. "It's just like being in space," Nomi says, snipping at a bit of folded up paper. "We're not used to all this wide open space, you know. If you're bored on a spaceship, you can only move from one tiny room to another tiny room. You have to learn how to make fun wherever you are." They open up the folded paper, creating a chain of paper figures all connected at the hands and feet. Rex is puzzling over building some kind of birdhouse for a very big bird. He lays down a line of glue and presses a roof piece into the walls. "Honestly, it's nice to have a day off. I've been meaning to build this Xeno house for a month. The construction crew's been working non-stop." He helps Rex with his Xeno house and lets Nomi chatter away. They're so calm. Maybe the siege isn't so bad after all. 4 more days pass. You and your friends remain trapped indoors, forced to listen to the constant sounds of laser fire and rattling turrets from all around the colony. The Xenos never manage to breach the walls, but they just keep coming. Exhausted guards cycle on and off the walls in shifts, dead-eyed and listless. You catch a glimpse of an enemy mechanically shoveling soy porridge into her mouth before seeming to fall asleep sitting up. Finally, after the 6th day of the siege, you hear a curious sound. Silence. You run out to the colony square to see the soldiers returning from their posts. It's over. Your holopalm lights up with a priority announcement from Governor Lum. "The alien attackers have been defeated," he says. "The siege has ended." Lum smiles broadly and puffs out his chest. "Another year, another win! You're welcome, VTuber. You're welcome, humanity." "You're welcome?" You hear and see Chief Rhett nearby looking livid. "What'd he do?" He rants to his security officers. "Race out there like an idiot with his honor guard, defend strategically unsound positions, put himself in danger so he had to save his overstuffed ass." Soldiers all shift around uncomfortably, but no one disagrees. "When I actually needed him," Rhett continues, "taking his 12-hour beauty rest while the rest of us slog through endless shifts." The soldiers are exhausted from the siege, so the crowd in the square disperses quickly. Only a few Helios remain, covertly filming Rhett while he continues to rail against Lum. On the horizon, the first days of quiet streak the sky with lavender. You watch Utopia's reclamation crew head out through the gates, They begin vaporizing xenocorpses for their component molecules. That night, you have terrible dreams. You imagine that you're sieging the colony, that you're a creature crawling in the mud on your belly, the ozone crack of plas rifle fire arcing overhead. With your taloned claws, you rip into the walls like they're made of clay, stuffing choking handfuls of it into your mouth. In a moment of lucidity, you try to pull the clay from your throat, but no matter how hard you pull, it never ends. You jolt awake when you realize you've been pulling your own guts out of your throat. Just a dream. You're shaking and coated in a film of terror sweat, your heart pounding. You don't find sleep again before dawn break. Oof. +1 to social increases. Okay, that's not bad, I guess. Mars lifts one eyebrow at you, smiling secretively. For you, darling? Of course. What did you have in mind? You open your mouth to suggest something tame, like grabbing dinner, but Mars stops you before you can even say it. Wait, no, just follow me. You do, and she leads you into the personal quarters wing. You get about halfway to Mars's room before she's hustling you against the wall, in public, and leaving biting kisses down your neck. Whatever you have planned, I have a better idea, she murmurs. What do you think? What do you think indeed? You spend a few enjoyable hours in Mars's embrace, emerging rumpled and red-faced and a great deal more relaxed. Hey, they're smooching over there. Adorable. Tammy, Rex, and Nomi. Thank you for the boobs. Hey, Bobanoo. Hope you're doing well. Alright, we give him a hug. We give him a stick. Ooh, a milestone. Psst, hey, Solana, over here. You look around and see Rex gesturing you towards a bit of tarped up rubble. You head over and pop your head inside. Rex peers at you from the gloom, his heterochromatic eyes gleaming in the light of his holopalm. Okay, look, he says. Get in here and close the tarp behind you. You settle in a cross-legged beside Rex, and he shares his holoscreen with you. Look what I found, he says seriously. On the screen are some... well, wow. Those people are not wearing clothes, and they would very much like you to know that. Now that you're an adult, it stands to reason you'd have access to adult entertainment, but wow. It's all just there, isn't it? You can just look at it? That seems like a bug. You should tell an actual adult, maybe. No, it's all there. You can log into the Holo archives with your own password and see for yourself. Truly, we live in interesting times. Rex grins at you. So, you want to check it out with me? I think I don't think this is a two-person job, Rex. That's okay, Rex says, looking completely genuine. He closes the tab on his holoscreen and pulls up a co-op video game instead. Want to play a couple games of Dig Dig Digger Dog instead? I just really don't want to go back to work yet. You have a good time playing video games in Rex's little hidey hole till you hear someone calling Rex's name. His ears sag as he laughs, nervously. Whoops, he says. Guess I gotta get back to work. Rex gives you jaunty waves and leaves before someone can find him. Where you immediately find Rex and Nomi playing together, you find only Rex. You ask him where Nomi is, and he shrugs. Sorry, I don't know. Mentioned they were kind of under the weather, probably leveling their Legends of Avamar character. You try messaging them on their holopalm? You thank Rex and go back to your room. Okay, so I've already done this. I'll be a wizard. Let's play. And they played VR. Swing! Forsooth I do. Oh no, an actual combat encounter. Damn, I drew a lot of fucking cards. Alright, +2 to last card. Alright, and now for the last one. Cards with gems are wild. Wild, 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 baby. Damn. Alright, wait. If I do this. Even higher. If I do this. Nope. Yeah, I think 57 is it. Yeah! Oh, we just got a couple kudos. Sure, why not? And then our character Smooch. All right. We're not doing the romancing of Nomi or palmancing, because I believe they are ace, but very I don't know. I think it's like platonic something. I don't know all the subcategories. I'm not a prescriptive person. Okay. Yeah, we've maxed persuasion, so we got empathy, creativity, as far as things we can just work on while we're going around. Visit the spa and burn a card real quick. +1 for each unplayed card. If the card to the right becomes a 5, we'll drop that one. What gives me empathy? I guess 1 empathy. And it gives 2 creativity. I could use repairing robots. I wonder if I'm missing out on a bunch of stuff because I haven't been resting. You know what? There's the cooking that I think was unlocking. We don't have babysitting anymore, do we? I will just do babysitting. Alright, I'll just volunteer. Cool. Took the month off. +1 for each gem on other cards. And we'll just thin our deck. Yeah, we're tired. Oh, the birthday party. Alright, this is gonna be a thing. Cal brings over a holo screen with a video call from Tammy. She looks exhausted but proud, and in her arms is a tiny little wrapped bundle of a baby. Look, Solana, she says. Echinacea just missed your birthday by a day. You coo over the baby girl and wish Tammy a speedy recovery. She looks even more tired than you are, but everyone is happy. Especially Cal. He takes the holo screen for a few minutes after you're done, so he can obsess over Tammy's new baby. Even though he's probably not supposed to be related to Echinacea. He's every bit the proud daddy. When he returns to the party, he's so happy he sounds like a total dork. He tells everyone about the new baby, beaming so proudly for Tammy they could probably take the readings from Earth. What are you up to in this? Don't worry about it, Tapes. Don't worry about it. No! Why did you put Monty in the washer? No! The poor Schneck! Get him out of there! Alright, then the fuckers crash our party. We tell them to fuck off. Nemini, make them stop. Yeah. Gets me cake. Share it with Tammy. Well, okay, so let's see what the kitchen has. I hope you're doing well, Tapes. All right. Ooh, it gives me creativity and empathy. Well, might as well. The other stat I would want to max is bravery. Back in space, cooking involved programming ration machines and putting dishes in the lasermatic dishwasher because the water was too precious to clean dishes with. But now, you're going to more real food and trying to figure out how to cook with it. Cafeteria's kitchens are bright and full of good smells. Always something baking or broiling or frying. Take a deep breath in and just hold all the deliciousness in your lungs. Chief Steward Anne, also known to the kids as Antecedent, is in charge of everything in the living quarters. Running the children's creche, coordinating the cleaning bots, and, of course, cooking for the whole colony. A lot of work, but she's good at delegating to all the kids she's raised here, including you. She's a big believer in learning by trying. Doesn't mind if a few dinners are ruined in the process. Tammy waves cheerfully at you, and Aunt Anne welcomes you with a big smile. Oh, look at you two. I just know you'll be a huge help around here. She shows you the kitchen nanoprinters. Just press this button and the ration machine will spit out a freshly pressed cake of soy rations. Not tasty, but it's nutritious. Then she shows you the range. A large pot of brown stew is bubbling away. Here's where the real magic happens, she says proudly. Tammy claps her hands excitedly. And will we get to decorate cookies? She asks. Sometimes me and my dad used to decorate cookies together, and it's really, really fun. I think everyone would really like it. We could do stained glass cookies with bobber fruit jelly. Yeah, let's make cookies. Aunt Anne chuckles. Cakes and cookies with fruit and frosting? For 100 people? Why, you have quite an imagination, Tammy. She takes a ladle and spoons up some of the stew. We need to focus on large, hearty dishes that can easily fill this many people with the stew, she says. Not those explosive drinks you keep nano-printing over there. Things get busy, we can serve soy rations as is. It's much nicer to actually cook them with something else. She beams. Full tummies make for happy workers. Chip. Aunt Anne sets you and Tammy up with a few basic kitchen tasks and leaves you to it. You want help? I'll be just around the corner, she says. Or you can ask Congruence for advice. She has every recipe and method you could ever need. She's an excellent teacher. You quickly have your hands full with the sheer volume of food it takes to feed 100 people. Workers from the canteen shuffle back to pick up trays of soy rations and pots of stew at regular intervals. Somehow you keep up. You poke your head into the canteen at lunch in time to see what people think about the food. Seems they like it. Maybe you're cut out to be a chef. Alright. Let's get ourselves a little bit of shenanigans. Ooh. It's not a blowout wind, you say? Well. That is bullshit. Okay, what if I do this? No. What am I missing? You know what? We'll just use this. Oh, look! Where'd your oh. Oh. Where is the water bottle? Oh, streamer bot crash. Did it? Did it double crash? Let me just refund the water. Get you that water back. Damn, 7 creativity? Sheesh. That's not back open. Give it a minute. All right, let's give it a test. Actually, fistfuls of stuff doesn't depend on streamer bot. That should have worked just fine. Except my internet or something flickered. So I bet, yep, it disconnected from Twitch. There we go. That's why. All right. No, don't need anything in there. I just want to check over here real quick. See if they have an event. Year 18. Quiet 3. Scuff stream. Oh no! A VTuber stream and it's scuffed. It's impossible. Never. Couldn't possibly happen. Ah! Oh, it's just some bread. Delicious. Oh, free crystal. Don't mind if I do. Ah! Ah, it's a Dreki dog. Oh, and a lychee. And then a whole bunch of slug cats and plushies and... oh my. The new bar that Rex built is lovely at night. During the day, it's a nice quiet place to sit and study or work. You meet Dr. Instance there, drinking a cup of Blet tea and looking through a schedule in her hollow palm. She runs a hand through her hair and mumbles, "Stress in this colony is out of control." You think she's just talking to herself until she looks up. Every day, more people come to medbay just looking for someone to talk to about their anxiety or their bad day. I don't have time for this. Colony needs a counselor. It does, she sighs. It takes years of training, and even then, the toll it took on Counselor Besk. We didn't know the burden was killing her. Ice and Tangent don't have a mother, just because people couldn't... Dr. Instance catches herself, realizing with alarm that what she just said out loud. I shouldn't have said that, she admits. Stress must be getting to me, too. She gulps down the last of her tea and grimaces at the taste. What we really need around here is a barista. Someone to make a decent tea and just listen to people who complain about their problems. Someone who isn't me. You want the job, just walk to the other side of the bar and start making tea. God knows the kitchen wouldn't brew a decent Blet if life depended on it. She makes a face at her cup and pushes it away. So, what's your damage? Instance gives you a stony look. I'm afraid my secrets died with Besk. Focus on other people. It's a better use of your time. Damn. You literally told me to start working there. Come on. 8, 9. 53. Yeah. Oh, we could have gotten to 59. Damn. I'll take it. Ooh, a Tammy event. It's a beautiful day, and you spot Tammy outside the lounge enjoying the sun. You have imploded violently. No, Pokemon, don't implode. Stay away from the implosion. Well, I hope you're feeling better. It's a beautiful day. You spot Tammy outside the lounge enjoying the sun. Her father, Tonin, is there as well, with a supportive hand on her shoulder. Her daughter, Echidna, that's gonna be such a fucking hard name to say. I'm just gonna say Echidna. I'm just gonna call it Echidna. We're calling it Echidna. Echidna is asleep in her arms, her tiny fist curled up beside her face. Tammy looks up at you with a tired smile. She's finally asleep, she says. I think she gets bored of being cooped up inside. Wanting to be a mother. Tammy smiles at her dad. It's one thing. Maybe the only thing I've ever been really sure of. She looks down at Echidna and strokes a gentle fingertip over her chubby brown cheek. Funny thing is, Tammy muses, I know I should feel scared, but I don't. I know I've been scared my whole life. She laughs quietly to herself. But when I think about being a mother, I can only feel calm. Like, I can be brave. I can do anything, as long as it's for my baby. Tammy's father gives her shoulder a squeeze, and she leans against him. Even when I was younger and took care of children in the old creche, they cried or were scared. That was the only time I wasn't afraid. She shakes her head. Isn't that funny? What is this? Aminals? Stronger than you think. Maybe. Is this what it feels like to have a purpose? Tammy wonders. Snake ripping massive. Snake farts are no joke. You gotta watch out. They'll sneak up on you. They'll snake up on you. Okay, she should be maxing out soon. Nomi can get a crystal. Rex can get a hug and a stick. Good shit. An enemy can get a stick. I sure as fucking not finding any eggs out here. Ooh, cafe. 3 empathy and 3 creativity. So literally just a straight upgrade. Ooh, and even more money. Too bad I unlocked this right when we're not having Virtunalias anymore. Jeez. This against the glass. Also, it reverberated. It just echoes. Oh, bastard. You report to the cafe for your first shift as a barista, expecting to be shown how to, well, do anything. What you're met with instead is a crowd of people who'd like their blep tea, and they like it now? You barely know how to pour water. This isn't going to go well. You get set up behind the bar and start taking orders. After a few false starts, you quickly figure out how to brew blep tea and pour the lightly fermented Watato juice so it doesn't form a head. Foaming soy or float cow milk for the perfect latte is still a disaster though. Most people are understanding and are happy to order a different drink while you're learning, but by midday you realize your tip jar is completely empty. The people want lattes. Take chances, make mistakes. Oh. Neighbors become wild. 6, 7, 8. Nice. Ooh, 8, 9. 6. 3. Five, 3. I'd have water balloon. I mean, the water will muffle it. Of course you would. We'll do 4, 5, 6, 7. Swing! All right, we need to equal 35. Easy. 35, baby. Give me all them kudos! 16. You scald some soy milk, but after a while you begin to get the hang of it. You start slinging lattes to the grateful, caffeinated masses. Chief Engineer Instance comes by to see how you're doing. You tell her you're totally underwater. Were you supposed to get some kind of on-the-job training? For what? Instance laughs. It's pouring drinks, not genetic engineering. Tells you get the hang of it. She takes a sip of her blep tea. See? She says. Anyone can do it. Even you. You think she's trying to be encouraging. I like how the blep tea card is like, apparently it's not a very tasty tea. Oh yeah. Ooh. New cards in the depot. Interesting. Let's check them out. Ooh, draw an extra card. That's pretty good. The vintage focus device is also great. Certainly makes a we get vintage focus device and vert space helmet. That would be a amazing 1-2 combo. Unfortunately, I feel like our deck is a little thick. Last time there was a baby in the colony, you were basically a child yourself. You don't remember babies being so loud. The adults are all actually, I just remembered. Before I do that, I need to give Nomi a crystal for her birthday. What? I'm off by 1. Whatever, Dreki. The adults are very empathic to colicky, fussy echidna, but every time you've seen Tammy since the baby arrived, she looks more tired. At night, you can hear them all the way in your room. Echidna's tiny, choking shrieks, and Tammy singing to her until her voice goes hoarse. Everyone expected Tammy to rely on Anne in the new creche, letting her watch Echidna just like she watched all of you when you were babies. But for some reason, Tammy's been stubbornly trying to do it alone. Maybe because she has so much experience from volunteering in the old creche, Tammy thinks she doesn't need the help. Even when she does put Echidna in the creche, it's because Tammy's right there, still caring for her. Then, the things Tammy would normally help with get backed up, which makes her even more stressed. Aunt Anne's tried to convince Tammy not to be so controlling. It takes a community to raise a child. You've all grown up believing that. Whenever anyone even insinuates Tammy might not be all Echidna needs, she starts crying and yelling at them. You've never even seen Tammy yell. It's really unsettling. Today you find Tammy in the lounge, bouncing a squawking Echidna on her shoulder. Though her movements are light and happy, her face is empty. Like she's totally checked out. Hey, Solana. she says, summoning up a smile as you approach. Sorry, am I being too loud? I can go somewhere else. And Cal help. Tammy giggles. Solana, Echidna is my baby. I made her all by myself, so I should be able to take care of her all by myself too. Besides, Cal's got 100 other things to worry about with his own work, she says. It's very important, you know. Colony needs food a lot more than they need a quiet baby. Just then, Echidna starts howling, her little lungs making a truly impressive sound. And Tammy falters. Shh, shh, shh. She hushes. Mommy's got this. Oh, it's okay. Actually, Tammy has got this. She's come a long way from the scared little girl you know. Even still, she looks like she's about to sink out of her body and through the floor in exhaustion. Babysitting for Echidna. Interesting. Aww. Look at the plushies! Oh, get out of the way, text. I want this so fucking bad. A fucking plushie Vriki. Oh, my heart. I want this. Oh, I want this so much. The plushie Hopeye. Ah, they're so cute. Anyway, I don't want that fucking card. You and Tammy fall into a routine where every evening after dinner, you take Echidna and go for a nice long walk through the gardens. Getting just a few hours of sleep before staying up most of the night with Echidna does wonders for Tammy's sanity, and soon she's confident enough to allow other people to help out during the daytime. Cal is relieved. She's been freezing him out as well, insisting that because Echidna is her baby alone, she should be able to handle it. Seeing him holding Echidna just looks right. Eventually, Tammy agrees to place Echidna in the creche during the day so she can fully recover from the birth and sort out her mental health. She still spends a lot of time in the creche, but because she wants to, not because she feels like she has to prove she's a good mother. Still hard raising a little baby, but Tammy's going to do great. A little help from the colony that loves her. Alright, card becomes 4. Well, that's unfortunate. 5, 4, 5. 8, 7. Wow, I can hate this. Alright, let's just do this. So 4. 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. There we go. Oh, I could have gotten another 3 points. Fuck it. Ooh, improved relaxing. Choose from 3 cards when relaxing. Interesting. We just improved our relaxing. Nice. We can chill while we chill. For a flower. And then we can visit the spa. And we're not getting rid of saving Tammy because I love that. We rescued the governor, keeping that. Actually, nah. The only one we're keeping because of nostalgia value is the saving Tammy. I do want to keep rescuing the governor though, because we can get... No, never mind. That's not the one I thought it was. It's extra fingers is the one I don't want to forget. Keep between rounds is good. Value is wild is good. Neighbors become brain. It's fine. Oh, right. I keep forgetting to remove that card. Let's not forget this time. Work the cafe. Rex stumbles in just as the workday is about to start. Bleary-eyed and hair all rumpled up to one side. You ask him, what'll it be? And he makes a long, tired noise. Surprise me, he mutters. Nothing too stiff. I have to drive the hover loader in an hour. You make him a blep latte with a float cow milk. It has milk in it. It's like breakfast, right? What flourish do you draw on the foam? Let's make a portrait of Rex. Whoa! Rex exclaims when he sees your art. This is great. Have you been practicing? He gives you a big tip. Well, a medium tip, anyway. Rex doesn't have a lot of kudos. He spends them all on impressing Mars. Ooh. Oh, that's so cute. Why is I feel like all the cards that have Rex are just so fucking cute. I mean, all the art in this game has been fantastic. There's just so many different styles of art, and it all works so well, so lovely. I'm just spinning with joy. Thank you, Ryleko. Rex stays a while to enjoy his latte, even though it makes him late for work. He sighs. I'm glad this place is finally done. Colony really needed a place that was just made for relaxing in, right? You admire Rex's handiwork, and he admires your latte brewing. Ow, my eye. Ow, my eye. Yeah, I think we hit our goal. 60 out of 60. Let's go, baby. 20 kudos. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. We're rolling in the green. Actually, kudos are just like an exchange currency. They're just kind of generally rolling around in stuff. You know? I'm just gonna give you crystals because I can. EBB. Want this shiny crystal? It's very nice. Duh. Alright, Oh yeah, oh yeah. Work in the cafe. When you and Rex aren't here, someone from the kitchens usually comes over during the rush to make sure the cafe is stocked with drinks and flowing. As a result, quite a few people know how to help themselves to the equipment behind the bar, including Nomi, to sometimes disastrous results. You come up with a lot of ways to use sugar bug syrup, squeeger honey, and float cow milk to mask the taste of too bitter blep. Some of your inventive confections make it onto the regular menu. Alright, neighbors become wild. Alright, so we get 7, 8, 9. 6. There we go, baby. +3 bonus to pairs. Yeah, I think that's much better. 62. Wow, I could have gotten 64. All right, sure. You. Me, I guess. This year, Governor Lum's ascension to the Vertumnalia stage is heralded by an entire military band, their instruments shiny and nano-printed new. They march out of command in formation, splitting and forming in a phalanx at the foot of the stage as Lum takes his place before you. Spotlights turn on with a heavy ka-chunk noise, illuminating Lum in a halo of floating dust particles. He spreads his arms wide. "Hello, Vertumna!" His voice booms over the speakers. "Are we winning or what?" No, we're not. The reaction is mixed. You look around, it's easy to see the ones cheering the loudest are Helios and people who've fully adopted their mentality, like an enemy. The Stratos are more reserved, some even silent. Security Chief Rhett is one of them, his usual stony expression hiding his true feelings. Regardless, there's enough cheering that Lum has to wait for it to die down before he continues. "We're killing it out there, people! Every day we claw a little more territory from the savage aliens of this planet." A Watato pod arcs through the air and lands with a broken splort at Lum's feet, splattering him with juice. You don't see who threw it, but the faction from Geoponics is looking restless. They begin to jeer and stomp their feet. Lum continues on, raising his fist. "Those Xenos attacked us first, and now they're learning. Don't mess with humankind!" The crowd is now evenly split between cheering and booing. Stratos are agitated. Near calls for things to return to how they were, and how Lum and his soldiers are killing the planet. Even the council, lined up before the stage and facing the crowd, looks conflicted. "We left Earth to get away from this shit," your dad shouts. You turn to him in surprise. He rarely swears. "Now look at us. Right back where we started, fighting each other and the planet. We brought it with us." Utopia hops up on stage and routs her own here speak through the speakers. "He's lying," she yells bitterly. "This year we lost 2 surveyors in the swamps, Sorrel and Keeney. They'd be alive today if Lum hadn't sent them clear out a manticore dam for no reason." She jams her finger against the governor's chest. "The only threat to our colony here is you." Lum's smile doesn't change, but his eyes go cold. He snatches Utopia's hand and calmly, slowly, crushes her hollow palm crystal with his thumb. You can hear the crunch of bones of her hand before the feed cuts out. Utopia yelps as her knees buckle with pain, her bravado gone. She holds her broken hand to her chest and is too shocked to resist when Lum shoves her off stage. The crowd is stunned into silence as well. Lum clears his throat and approaches the end of the stage, looming tall over the council. "Thank you for your input," he says icily. "Your concerns have been noted." This isn't the buffoon Lum presents on his daily holo vlogs, or the nuisance he is when he visits a worksite. You see something in his eyes you've only caught glimmers of before. Hatred. "You Stratos are lucky we didn't crush you under our boots and take your colony by force," he sneers. "Before we got here, this colony was doomed. You're only alive because I was merciful. Just a bunch of burned out hippie fugitives. What was your plan for surviving out here? Wishful thinking? Singing songs and talking to animals?" Laughter ripples through the Helios. "You," he gestures to the council, then jerks his thumb at his chest, "need us, not the other way around. I'm done pretending I need to listen to your opinions. If you want to live, you'll do what I say." He stares at Dr. Instance, who glares up at him with hate in her eyes as she tends to Utopia's hand. "Maybe it's time to clean house," he threatens. "We need team players here, ones who share one vision for the future of Vertumna." After a few tense moments, Seek clears their throat. "Sir, shall I continue with the traditional formalities now?" Lum scowls down at Seek and throws his hands in the air. Whatever. Do it if it makes you feel better. You're all cowards. He turns and stalks off the stage, his marching band scrambling to follow him with the exit song. As promised, there are no contests this year, but there's plenty of food and alcohol. Sun begins the set. The Helios, including Vase and Enemy, head straight for it, look ready to party into the night. The other teens seem a little less at ease. Ice, quite predictably, has already left. Stratos? I know you think he's evil, Tammy says, holding Echidna to her shoulder while speaking urgently to Cal. But don't you think, even a little bit, that he's right about Vertumna being too dangerous? Cal crosses his arms and shakes his head. Killing is never right, Tammy, he replies. We can't fight a whole planet. If we meet violence with violence, it's just numbers. They're going to win. You have to find a better way, or we're all going to die anyway. Tammy's chin wobbles, but she clenches it defiantly. I just want to have a family, Cal, she insists. Why can't we have one place on this awful planet where we can be safe? She adjusts Echidna against her chest. I think it's worth defending this one space for ourselves. The monsters can live somewhere else, just not here. Not all killing. We fight to survive. Tammy nods, grateful for the backup. I just want Echidna to grow up somewhere safe, she says firmly, like we did. A peal of laughter rises from where Rex and Nomi are playing what looks to be a competitive slapping game. Rex rubs his reddened cheek ruefully as Nomi rolls around on her back, kicking their legs and giggling. Got you good, too slow, too slow. They stop and beckon you over. Come here, Solana, they say. Promise, we're not even talking about the war even a little bit. You take your seat beside Rex and Nomi, and Rex claps you on the back. Well, we are a little bit, he confides. Mostly, we're making fun of those guys. He jerks his thumb towards Vase and his group of friends, who've wrangled themselves a live trippet and are skewering it to roast over a bonfire. You can hear its dying squeals from here, and as night falls, smell the sweet charred scent of its cooking. They've always been kind of like this. Nomi shakes their head. Just like total human suppressionists. See something you don't understand? Nomi makes laser guns with her fingers. Pew pew! All gone. Want something someone else has? Pew pew! All yours! They lean back on their hands and look up to the sky, and in dusk, the wormhole looks so peaceful and far away. I used to think me and Rex were like changelings, like aliens beamed in and replaced two human babies with weirdos. The dancing and feasting continues well into the night, while you pass the time with your friends in the peaceful faction. Knowing that the whole colony isn't into being soldiers and fighting Lum's war on nature makes you feel less alone. But you can't stop thinking about Governor's eyes as he crushed Utopia's hand today. As long as he's in charge, does it matter what anyone else wants? The week after Vertunalia is one of the hottest since you landed. You're supposed to take time off for a much-needed break. It's just so humid and awful, and tempers are short. Shortly after the festival, you start seeing graffiti cropping up everywhere. It seems that a lively, if not particularly civil, conversation between the two factions is being held on the flat surfaces of the colony. Alright, you probably head to bed after wake up. I hope you have a great day of... or I hope you have a rejuvenating eat. I hope your workday is smooth and uncomplicated. Lum announces a zero-tolerance policy for graffiti, but you notice it's not every tag being removed. Just the ones against the war, of course. The atmosphere of the colony is oppressive, as thick as the choking dust heat itself. Everywhere you try to relax, people just want to talk about the war. To make matters worse, the sweltering nights are making your nightmares intense again. You return to work feeling more stressed than before. Oof. Right now, I can give Nomi a crystal. About to challenge Nomi to a game of Laser Fable, but you notice they seem kind of down today. You ask what's up, they just sigh and scuff their feet in the dirt. So Lena, what do you want to be when you grow up? Knowledge. Wow, it's so cool you already know what you want to do, Nomi says in awe. What's that like? I've just been thinking about what I want to do in my life, but I just don't know, Nomi says, pouting a little. I thought that being here would mean I could find something I'm good at, but everything I just tried just sucks. It's boring, and I'm not good at anything except drawing and writing. Before we laid on Fortuna, I thought I'd end up doing whatever was assigned to me, Nomi continues. We had this duty roster, right? And I figured I would keep working in the canteen, and then I could spend the rest of the time playing holo games and make up stories. They frown. I've peeled a lot of potatoes. But since we landed here, and I've been talking to Mars, and she's real serious about this idea that any colony worth living needs to have artists and writers like me. They touch their fingertips together. So I was thinking, what if I really did follow my dreams? Nomi perks up a little, just talking about it. I could be a comic artist, or a holo game designer, or writer. Oh, I could be anything, as long as I get to make stuff that people like. Oh, what do you think, Solana? I think the colony needs people like that. Do you really think so? Nomi exclaims, holding their hands to their cheeks and popping one foot off the ground. Oh, I'm so happy. Did you know that in ancient times, there used to be people called bards whose only job was to tell stories? They continue. That sounds like the best thing ever. Oh, there you are, Solana. Tammy bounds over to you in a bright mood, her daughter Echidna in a sling on her bosom. Could you do me a big favor and come with me to the cafe? I need your opinion on a thing I've been making. Okay. Ah! Surprise birthday? It's not my birthday? Damn, they got me. Tammy skips towards you and throws her arms around you, squishing Echidna in her sling between you. You sputter that it's not your birthday, but Tammy just laughs. I know it's not your birthday, silly, but you've been feeling under the weather, and I wanted to show you how much we all love you. The others raise their glasses to you. They cheer happy birthday again, laughing at the joke. You can feel their love like a blanket wrapping around your shoulders. You're so special to us, Solana, Tammy says. Echidna gurgles and lets out a warning wink, and Tammy bounces from side to side. I want you to enjoy yourself. Go ahead and mingle while I put the finishing touches on everything, okay? Tammy gives you one last sunny smile as she bustles away. The sound of Echidna fussing and crying is audible over the murmur of conversation that erupts as the party begins in earnest. We're gonna get an audience with Mars. Mars has set up court in the middle of the room, a hollow screen in front of her and a glass of wine in hand. As you approach, she touches palms to transfer her files with someone you recognize from command, who skitters away into the crowd. Darling, Mars exclaims, standing up and breezily depositing air kisses on both of your cheeks. She smells amazing. Happy birthday. It's marvelous what Tammy can do with a little determination, A little rustic, but charming. Couldn't have asked for better. Mars puts both hands on your shoulders and fixes you with a pitying look. Your lack of imagination is tragic, but we can talk about that another day. Mars lets you try a sip of her wine. Not sure what Earth wine tastes like, but you hope it's better than this. Mars laughs at your face as you bravely swallow it. It's an acquired taste. Mars looks around, then leans in to murmur in your ear. Come find me after the party. It's not really your birthday, but you still deserve a present. She steps back and winks, putting one finger to her lips. You spot Tammy passing a tray of food to someone so she can change Echidna. Let's talk to Tangent. You almost didn't expect to see Tangent here, but here she is, sitting quietly at a table near the edge of the room, sipping water and watching the party unfold. She gives you a small smile as you slide into a seat across from her. It's not your birthday, she says, cutting right to the chase. This is patently ridiculous. Parties are an important bonding ritual. Tangent's icy smile warms a little. I'm glad at least you recognize that this is an exercise in cognitive dissonance. Or I'd have to wonder who you are and what you did with Solana. The corner of her mouth twitches up, teasing. You can hear Tammy singing a nonsense song to Echidna. Let's go check in with Tammy. You leave the party behind, seeking out Tammy. When she sees you, she makes a shooing motion. No, no, she says. Go enjoy your party. Echidna squawks, pulling at Tammy's hair. She winces and patiently pries the baby's chubby, grasping hands from her hair. Seriously, goodness, don't waste your time in here with me. Tammy's expression goes soft. Oh, she says. That's so nice of you to say. Tammy flags down Nougat, who's been running plates back and forth. Could you please play with Echidna for a little bit? Solana and I are gonna get some air. Echidna gurgles happily as Nougat takes her, and Tammy turns to you. Okay, I'm all yours, Solana. You and Tammy slip out the side door of the cafe and set off towards the garden. Tammy seems grateful for a break. She chats animatedly about the plans to build a new creche, now that the second wave of colonists are beginning to realize the benefits of raising children communally instead of saddling whoever births them with all the responsibility. I hope that means Echidna will have lots of other creche sibs soon, just like we did, Tammy says with a wistful smile. I just want her to be happy, like we were. You both look over at the walls and the threat of danger they represent. Tammy doesn't comment on her use of the past tense. Let it sit in the air between you. Not awkward, just accepting. It's quiet in the garden this time of the day. Everyone's either at the party or catching some rest while the suns are at their highest. A garden bot hops on by its spindly bird legs. You and Tammy are alone. Even in your silence, Tammy senses you might have something to say. What's on your mind, Solana? I'm lucky to have you as a friend. Tammy's gentle laughter fills the air. She slips her arm in yours and rests her head against you. I'm the one who's lucky, Solana. I don't know why you chose to be my friend, but I'm so grateful. You and Tammy enjoy a few more minutes together in the garden, cloud watching and talking about whatever crosses your mind. Tammy's simple thankfulness is infectious, from her excitement over a new flower to her steadfast love of you shining through her every word. You can feel your heart unburden itself with each step, dropping your troubles like stones to mark where you've been. Ooh, double card to the right? Damn. Okay. Tammy takes Echidna back from Nougat, but before you can rejoin the party, Tammy stops you with a hand to your arm. Wait, I have a present for you too. You protest that Tammy's already done enough, but Tammy's hearing none of that as she presses a book into your hands. The title reads, 100 Reasons Why I Love You. The book is filled cover to cover with memories, fond observations, and even little sketches, all in Tammy's loving hand. There's more than 100, she says shyly, tugging on her ear. I wrote the title first, but then I couldn't stop writing. You don't know what to say. Tammy's simply the best. Also, Nougat's the best. Like, Nougat's a good bean. Younger child full of barely controlled energy. She loves games, especially sports ball. The rest of the party goes off without a hitch. Even little Echidna is well behaved now, letting Tammy light the cupcakes. As you blow out your candles and everyone cheers, your only wish is to be able to feel like this forever, surrounded by love and support. Aww. What does Rex have to say? Rex is hanging out with Nomi in a secluded area of the colony. But as you approach, you can tell from First Aid Kit Nomi's tense posture that this isn't a casual visit. Please stop fussing, Rex. Nomi pouts, dabbing some ointment under Rex's eye. You have a cut here. Just a scratch, Rex protests. He sees you coming over and brightens, sitting up straighter and knocking Nomi's hands away. Hey, Solana's here, he says, over loud, and Nomi scrabbles for the first aid kit before realizing it's too late. You've seen it anyway. They glance balefully at you, but Rex is still all smiles. If it weren't for the purpling bruise under his eye and the cut across his cheekbone and lip, you'd almost think things were normal. What happened? Oh, nothing, don't worry about it, Rex says, waving a hand. I wasn't watching where I was going, and I ran into one of the unfinished walls around here. Yeah, 17 times, Nomi mumbles, valiantly trying again to tend to Rex's face. You should tell Solana the truth. Maybe he could do something about it. What's really going on, Rex? Oh, it's nothing, Rex says. Nothing I ain't used to anyway. It just happens sometimes. People get in their heads, they want to stay on Vase's good side, and the easiest way to do that is to beat on someone he doesn't like. Rex shrugs one shoulder indifferent. It's fine, he says. I remember what I'm good at. I'm sneaking back eventually. It's getting worse though, Nomi adds softly. Thought it would stop when we joined the colony, but they're even bigger meanies now. Rex smiles encouragingly at Nomi. Vase is just mad that you and I have real friends here. He hates that he and his bullies aren't the only big damn heroes in town anymore. And he can't control what people think about us. Makes him feel small, and he hates that. What's the deal with Vase anyway? Rex sighs, his shoulders slumping. I don't even want to bring it up, because I'd rather think about the future and not the past, but when we were younger, Vase was just a normal kid like me. Both kind of little runts of the litter, but he had a chip on his shoulder about it and always tried to boss people around, like he was actually top dog. Tried to be nice to everyone, because, you know, that's the puppet in me. Just wanted to be play and be friends. And Vase did not want to be friends with me, Rex says. Kind of hated me because people liked me more. Nomi takes Rex's hand and he shoots them a little smile before continuing. And one day, just hanging out with my friends when Vase walks up to me and starts picking a fight. Right? Like, calling me names and telling me I was just faking it to make people like me. Friends wanted to beat him for it, but I told them to stop, and he shakes his head. I walked right up to him, hands out like, hey, we can still be friends. Piece of shit just straight up broke my arm. We weren't even fighting. He just got me on the ground and snap. Broke it. Right here. Rex shows you the scar on his arm where the bone must have broken the skin. He's dead set on proving a point, I guess. Says quietly. That's why everyone lets Vase boss him around, Nomi adds. They know what he does when he gets angry. Everyone acts like a bunch of heroes, but they're just cowards who'd rather let Vase keep picking on Rex instead of standing up to him and pissing him off. Yeah, he's not like this with everyone, Rex continues. He is nice to people he likes, but everyone wants to be his friend. Hot air rises to the top. Why didn't he get in trouble? Rex laughs humorously. He managed to convince people that we jumped him, he says. Like we were gonna haze him or something. But he told the adults, anyway. That became the official story. Honestly, I just feel bad for Nomi, Rex says, looking down. Wasn't for me, you would probably leave them alone. Not fair they get crap for being friends with me. Nomi throws their arms around Rex, who grimaces in pain. I'd rather be friends with one good Rex than with 100 of Vase's bully cronies. Rex relaxes into their arms and hums happily. People should know the truth. Too late for that, Rex says. You don't like changing their minds. And when they might get beat for it. Besides, Rex says, colony kid now. Can be anything I want. Do anything I want. Talk to anyone I want. Vase can just die mad about it. Despite his bravado, Rex sighs and scratches the back of his head. Do kind of regret what happened, though. Like, it sucks that Vase got to the point where he thought the only way he could get respect was by being a bully. I mean, he's a douche and a half, but... Nobody thumps Rex on the shoulder. You don't have to defend him, he chastises. Not defending him, Rex says, spreading his hands wide. I just think sometimes, like, I could have seen he was hurting. A better friend to him. Could have changed his whole life. Think about how different things would have been. Growing up on the Helio, if he wasn't the friend who got away. Rex musters up a smile. But I try not to let it get to me. Doesn't matter what Vase does to me. Can't hurt someone who chooses not to feel pain. He's gonna get his fool ass killed someday. I'm still gonna be right here. He stretches out and takes your hand. Nomi takes your other, so the three of you are linked. I have everything I need. Based. We need to talk about Governor Lum. Actually, let's save year 18? Are we on 18? Year 18. Yep. Year 18. Dust 2. We need to talk about Governor Lum. Mars is quiet for a long time, considering something. Okay, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret, she says. Looking around to make sure no one is listening, she pulls you a little closer. I'm already working on that, she confesses. I wasn't ready to bring it up to the rest of the SFC yet, but lately I've been thinking we should really try to make a difference. We convince enough council members that Lum is bad news, we can actually remove him from power. Mars calls this meeting of the SFC in order with a grim expression. I cannot stand by while Governor Lum ruins everything we've built here, she says, clutching her fists on the table. He might know how to hold a gun, but he doesn't know how to lead a colony. From now on, this club is going to focus on getting Governor Lum out of power and getting someone competent in. We have from now until Virtunalia to somehow convince the other council members that he's got to go. I agree, Cal says. And everyone turns to him in surprise. But, he continues defensively, Lum's a jerk. All he cares about is killing animals. Better for the whole planet if he's gone. Mars steeples her fingers. The question is, who would we get to replace him? Obviously, I think I'm a great candidate, but I'm willing to consider other options. Tammy immediately gives her support for Mars. Literally anyone's better than him. We should respect Governor Lum? No. Wow, we need rebellion to nominate ourselves? That's weird. Anyway, I agree. Mars for president. Cal looks worried. No offense, Mars, but are you really going to stop the soldiers from killing the animals? Look, Cal, Mars says, spreading her hands wide. I don't want hunters going out and not coming back either. Maybe we can find a safer, more efficient way to deal with the animals, yeah? Sounds ominous. Cal doesn't look convinced. Nomi exchanges a look with Rex, then clears their throat. We support you, Mars. We think you'll be a great governor. But... Nomi continues, tracing their finger idly over the tabletop. Gonna keep it so that the colony is fair and everyone has what they need, right? I like that we don't have to compete for stuff and everyone gets the same treatment. Of course, Mars says. Look, I learned from history, okay? We can't let income inequality tear this place apart like it did on Earth. There's gotta be a way to grow together. She shoots you a grin. Right, Solana? Just like we talked about. Mars gathers everyone close. So the plan is, we campaign in all the departments. Geoponics, engineering, the garrison, the quarters, explorations, and here in command. Just soften up all 6 council members and get them on our side. Try to keep this on the down low. That at the next Virtunalia festival, we surprise the governor with a spontaneous council vote and replace him. He'll never see it coming. Hell yeah. Mars lifts one eyebrow at you, smiling secretively. For you, darling, of course. What do you have in mind? Let's watch a holovid. Uh-oh. Before we watch a holovid, we need to switch to PNG, because my camera is dead.